Hello students, let's start our next topic which we have heard in our previous class, which was suspension and colloids in your heterogeneous solution. So what is this heterogeneous? We have talked that there is ununiform or non-uniform distribution of their solvent of their solute in solvent. So on the basis of size and on the basis of their separation, there are two type of heterogeneous mixture. First one, it is suspension. So in heterogeneous mixture, there are two type of solution mixture. First it is suspension. In case of suspension, how we find it that its size is too large size particles to be seen by our naked eyes. Okay. Second thing, with the help of filter paper or with the help of filtration process, we can separate the solvent and solute. So it can be separated with the help of physical filtration process. Okay. Then very important thing about suspension is that as their size is it is your heterogeneous mixture. Okay. As their size is very large and it is variable also, so with light they can provide a visible path or not. No visible path means this is scattering of light is variable in case of suspension. It is very important thing. Okay. Then about suspension, it is we can see that this scattering of light is also variable when we allow the suspension to settle. If suspension we allow to settle down, then what happen? The path of light will not visible. Okay. It is only possible when it is unsettled. Now let's see what is the meaning of unsettled actually. If it is your suspension, means that water plus soil. Okay. You had stirred it, it is unsettled. Now you allowed it without stirring, without disturbing it. What happened after some time? The whole soil particle will try to settle at the bottom of your container. And your solution will be little lighter or lighter to darker from top to bottom. You will observe. That is your settled solution. And in settled solution, the light will not show any visible path. If we try to pass the light, it will not show any visible path. But in unsettled, means before condition when we had stirred, then there may be a visible path by this suspension. Then one more important thing, as it is unsettled, usually when we allowed it without disturbing for something, what happened? It settled. Means before this was not settled. So this suspension is known as unstable mixture. What it is? Unstable mixture. Okay. So about suspension, large size particle can be seen by eyes as suspended with we can separate it with the help of filtration process, and it is an unstable mixture. The suspension can, if it is unsettled, then it can allow the light path to be visible, so the path of light is visible. But if it is unsettled, or if it is settled, or we are allowed it undisturbed, when it is settled, then there will be no visible path of light. Now let's see our next heterogeneous mixture, which is colloidal or colloids. What is special in this case? The size of particle is between solution to suspension. Suspension means more than solution and less than suspension. Then second, it seems to be homogeneous, but actually it is not homogeneous. We can't separate it with the help of filtration, but we can separate it with the help of a special physical process that is known as centrifugation. Centrifugation. As their size is very suitable size, so they scatter a beam of light in a very particular manner, ensure very visible path, and this type of phenomena, or this phenomena, is known as Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect means they scatter light to provide a visible path. Visible path. Okay. And is this Tyndall effect is very much prominent in case of blue light because of its wavelength, which we will consider in our next class. So in case of colloidal, there are many examples. For example, in case of a fog, when the light passes through it, you can see that visible path very clearly. That is the example of Tyndall effect also. One more thing, in case of colloidal solution, the particles in colloidal solution always show a zigzag movement that is known as Brownian movement. Brownian movement. It is very important zigzag movement or a spatial phenomena of colloidal solution. As we have talked about unstable mixture, but when we allow this colloid solution like milk to settle, or milk without disturbing it for some time, what we observe that it is not going to be settled. Means in comparison to suspension, it is quite stable mixture. So in comparison to suspension, but in comparison to solution, it is not. So in comparison to suspension, it is quite stable mixture. Then one more very important point is here, that as in solution the large quantity was solvent, here that large quantity is your dispersion medium. Dispersion medium. And that small quantity which was solute, here it is dispersed phase. Dispersed phase, which is just analogous to solute, and dispersion medium is analogous to solvent. So let's, at the end, I will provide you some special type of colloids. Let's see them. To make it easy, I have just written it here so that we can recall everything. These are the common example of colloids. It is a dispersed phase, which is just analogous to your solute, and dispersion medium, it is analogous to your solvent. and that particular this disperse and dispersion medium combination will give us different types of colloids which are very common. We'll consider it in your class 9th level, and it is in example that types of colloids. One thing very important, that even it seems very easy, but it is very helpful for a competitive exams also. So try to learn everything whatever is mentioned here. Even in your book, which is your NCRT book, let me show you. This is your chart which is very important, so please consider it. It is very helpful for the competitive exams. So what is here? Dispersed phase. If it is liquid in dispersion medium, is gas, then it is means liquid in gas, it is known as your aerosol. Example is fog, cloud, mist. Then solid is your dispersed phase, gas is your dispersion medium, it is again known as aerosol. Example is smoke, automobile exhaust, whatever we are just getting from the automobile exhaust. Then if it is dispersed phase is gas and medium is liquid, then it is known as foam. Example, that's shaving cream you have seen. Then if it is liquid in liquid, means dispersed phase is liquid and dispersion medium is liquid, then it is known as emulsion. It is very important again. Best example is milk, which we have considered at first in colloidal solution, then the phase creams also. Then dispersed phase solid in liquid, dispersion medium is liquid, it is known as your salt. Example, milk of magnesia and mud. Then gas in solid, if it is gas, you dispersed phase in solid, you have seen it is known as foam. Very normal or common example is your foam. Normal foam we use, rubbers we use, sponges we use. There are lots of pore in which air is also present there, and the pumic stone is also usually used in washrooms. Then liquid in solid, liquid, dispersed phase, dispersion medium, solid, then it is known as gel. The best example, cheese, butter, jelly. Last, solid and solid, which is known as solid salt, and the best example is colored gemstones. So it was all about considering our first part and second part of this chapter. What is the chapter? Is matter around us is pure, is your is it this all, or the these two parts have included all type of solution, all type of mixture considering the solution, colloids and suspension. Hopefully it will help you to create your basics. Thank you very much.